Welcome back, viewers, and we're once again cutting across to that breaking update that we were picking up of the IndiGo airline, where the Kolkata-bound flight had skidded while taxiing for takeoff in the Jorhat yesterday. And we are also learning that no passengers, in fact, had been affected by this, but this was a Kolkata-bound IndiGo flight that, in fact, had to be subsequently cancelled on Thursday after the aircraft, in fact, had skidded off the runway during the takeoff and its wheels had gotten stuck in the muddy outfield, is what we are learning. And airport officials, in fact, had informed that this was the flight that had been operating on the Jorhat-Kolkata route. And we had seen that yesterday itself the flight had been held up for several hours at Jorhat due to the technical issue, and later it had been cancelled. And the information had been spread yesterday itself and on social media as well. This entire issue had come to light, and we are now seeing that a team, in fact, has been constituted to look into this entire matter. But of course, we are now learning about the reason as to why the aircraft had skidded off the runway during the takeoff, as its wheels has gotten stuck in the muddy outfield, is what we are learning. This is an incident, remember, from yesterday. And we had also seen the IndiGo also putting out a statement where they had stated, and I quote, "We're concerned to hear about this and raising this right away with the concerned team." And we had seen yesterday itself when one of the passengers had also put this on social media. The IndiGo had responded with this kind of a statement, but now we are also looking into how a proper probe, an investigation that will be carried out into looking into this entire technical failure as to why it had happened. And of course, a team that has been made to look into this entire matter. Investigation will be carried out. The statements of the passengers will also be taken. And of course, the cabin crew as well will be asked questions about this entire issue. And the airport authorities will be also called in, is what we are learning. And now this is the latest that we're picking up with respect to the IndiGo Kolkata-bound flight that had skidded off while taxiing for takeoff in Jorhat yesterday.
Have suffered injuries in the incident, and a team has been constituted to probe the incident. News that we are getting seems to suggest that during the initial inspection of the aircraft, no abnormalities were observed. This, of course, is according to a statement by IndiGo Airlines. However, what we are learning is that a probe has now been constituted to look into what could have gone wrong. Now, IndiGo's Kolkata-bound flight skidded while taxiing for takeoff in Jorhat yesterday. This flight was bound for Kolkata. No passengers suffered any injuries in the incident, and we are learning that not just IndiGo but the DGCA is also looking into this incident. Do remember that there have been several of these technical faults that have been reported in aircrafts flying across the country, and thereafter the DGCA had last week itself issued a note, an advisory to all airlines saying that they need to monitor these incidents and also prepare reports and look at the safety standards of these aircraft. So another incident that seems to have taken place now. IndiGo's Kolkata-bound flight skidded while taxiing for takeoff in Jorhat yesterday. No passengers have suffered any injury in the incident. However, this, of course, has come as another scare and has set alarm bells ringing as to the technical safety of Indian aircraft. Anuj is reporting on this. He's joining us from New Delhi. Anuj, give us more details in terms of what the preliminary investigation reports say.
What we have been told that the inquiry team has been already set up. On the other hand, no technical issue has been found out as of till now. Whereas, let me also remind you, on 18th of July, this was the DGCA official, the DGCA head, who had made it clear that the team is being formed. The specific engineers are being put up so that no technical errors should take place, because from last few weeks this was reported, the complaint was reported, and after that on 18th of July this was DGCA who took the initiative. But on the other hand, this exactly is the same kind of problem which could be clearly seen. Although there was no passenger who got any kind of injury, everything is all right, what we have been told. But on the other hand, that's something what we have been told that the inquiry has been already set up, the committee has been already formed, and if you talk about the IndiGo also, then IndiGo airline is also giving the clarification that as of till now, there is no technical error which can be found. This is to wait and watch what exactly will be coming out, because something has happened, and that is why this incident could be clearly seen, and this incident has been reported. So that is something what we are waiting for. So that's something at this point in time what has been reported. But yes, the DGCA on the other hand is also mentioning the same, is also monitoring the same. Whereas I just told you the same. Told you the same, that on 18th of July, this was the senior most from the DGCA who made it clear that we have gone through the inspection, we have gone through the technicalities, and we are looking into the matter so that no such kind of technical issues should come in light. But again, yesterday this was reported, and now the airlines is on to the same, whereas IndiGo airline is also giving the clarification. But we will have to wait and watch, and we will have to wait for the committee response also, the team which has been constituted,
right,
that what exactly happened and what exactly were the technical issue behind the same. Yes.
All right, do stay with us. I'm going to go across to Wing Commander Praful Bakshi, who's joining us. Wing Commander Bakshi, good morning. Thank you very much for speaking to us. Wing Commander Bakshi, you know, we've been seeing these repeated incidents, which has caused quite a bit of concern in terms of our aircraft, you know, our civilian airliners and their safety.
Absolutely right. It is a matter of great concern that one single airline is having so much of problem, and inquiries are constituted, but we do not know what are the outcomes of the inquiry. Whatever the case may be, but this incident which we are talking of today is the killing of the runway. Well, that could be anything. Aircraft killing while takeoff and landing due to hydroplaning is a possibility. But it all depends upon the condition of the runway, the water condition, etc. There's a landing technique there are techniques which are involved in operating in waterlogged areas where there is a film of water on the runway. However, only inquiry will let you know that whether it's a pilot error or was it uncontrolled, or nobody can be blamed for it. That possibility could be there. One has to see. But you have to clarify when you ask whether it was on landing or takeoff.
Right, this was when, this was before takeoff, actually, when the aircraft was just beginning to taxi.
Beginning to taxi is not possible. If he is taxiing, it means there is something wrong with the brake system. When you are taxiing, you are on the highway. If he is starting his takeoff run and then he is speeded off, it means he came on the film of water. Thereafter, like the stone when you throw on the water, the flat stone when it skids on the water, similarly the aircraft hydroplanes. So, probably could happen, but we have to be very clear as to at what stage. Because if he is just starting taxiing and he goes, then there is something wrong where we have to, be clarified.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wing Commander Praful Bakshi, appreciate your speaking to us on Republic TV. Thank you very much for joining us. Of course, an inquiry has been ordered by IndiGo Airlines as well as the DGCA, which is continuously looking into incidents like this one of technical faults. And Anuj, thank you to you as well.